guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. Today's video is an unboxing of the Nespresso Vertuo Pop, which is one of the newer Vertuo machines Nespresso has released. It's on offer right now for £49 and you get 5 boxes of capsules with it as well, which we'll have a look at shortly. So in this video, we're going to unbox the machine, we're going to use it for the first time, and I will tell you all its features, we'll look at the size, weight, and all that good stuff. So first of all, let's have a look at the box and see what's inside. So it briefly sort of hints at some of the different coffees you can make, but we'll cover that shortly. There are a few of the features and things listed here on the box. So it automatically turns itself off after 2 minutes. It only takes 30 seconds to heat up, and it makes these 4 different coffee sizes. Now I will be doing separate comparison videos to compare this to my other Nespresso Vertuo machines. If that's something you're interested in, I'll be comparing it in future videos to Vertuo Next and Vertuo Plus. So any specific questions, anything like that, do let me know. So there's a bit more of a mention here all about the sustainability commitments and the packaging and things relating to this particular machine. But let's see what's inside. So when you open up your lid, you've got some instructions and things, as you would expect. Cup holder. This is a little drainy thing. So the selling point with this particular machine is how compact it is. I'm going to look at it from a few different angles in just a second. However, you are kind of sacrificing a couple of other things when you consider, obviously, to make it smaller, you're going to lose out a little bit. It depends on your point of view, but I'll show you what I mean in a second. So height-wise, this is 9.8 inches or 25 centimetre. The width is 5.3 inches or 13.6 centimetres, and your depth on this is 16.7 inches or 42.6 centimetres. Weight-wise, obviously without the water, it weighs 3.5 kilograms or 7.7 pounds. It does have Bluetooth connectivity. I will put a card here to my Vertuo Next video, which includes how to do the Bluetooth connectivity. It's identical, exactly the same as this one. Your water tank here at the back holds 600 millilitres of water or 20 fluid ounce. So this is one of the sort of little sacrifices you have to make by having a smaller machine. It isn't going to hold as much water, so if you're making a few drinks, you're going to have to keep kind of filling it up. Some of my other Vertuo machines hold twice as much water as that. The cord on this is really quite short, so it measures in around just under 80 centimetres or around 30 inches. On this side of the machine, you can see we've got the capsule holder here. So obviously this is going to be smaller because the machine is smaller. So how this works for sort of cleaning purposes, it's got this little insert here that you take out. It's got holes in the bottom, you can give it a good clean. You can clean this bottom bit and then it just slides back in together. But you can see that is not going to hold many capsules. So let's see how many it holds and then at least that will answer that question. When you get a new machine, Nespresso includes a box of different capsules for you to try and kind of sample and see what you like. This just kind of gives you a bit of a clue about what's in here, and it talks about the different sizes. And just one thing to mention, this particular machine will only do espresso, double espresso, Gran Lungo and coffee mug size. It will not do the carafe. The only machine that Nespresso make that will allow you to make a carafe of coffee is the Vertuo Next. All of the other Vertuo machines cannot do that, so just bear that in mind. So this is the current selection at the time of making the video, which is February 2023. So there's a few different sizes. You've got your smallest size, which is an espresso size like this. So that is 40 ml of coffee. This is a double espresso, so twice as much coffee. This one will make 80 ml of coffee. You've got a Gran Lungo size, so this one is 150 ml of coffee. And finally, you've got mug size, which is the biggest one this coffee machine can make, which is 230 ml. Obviously, you could make milk separately and increase the size of your coffee that way. In terms of actual coffee, 230 ml or 7.77 fluid ounces is the largest you're going to be able to get from this machine, unless you use multiple capsules. We'll come back to coffee size when we make some drinks shortly. So getting back to how many capsules can we actually fit in this thing, let's have a look. So we're going to put a big one, which is your mug size, then we're going to put in the double espresso, and we will put in a Gran Lungo, and we will put in an espresso. So that's the 4 capsules I've shown you, and that's pretty almost kind of full already. I'm going to pop in another double espresso, and I'm going to pop in a Gran Lungo, and to be honest, I think that's going to be about as much as this is going to hold. The only way to know 100% is to keep brewing coffee until this is full, but it looks like about 6 capsules, depending on the size, is going to be about your maximum for this particular machine. Now, if you're just making 1 or 2 coffees, that is probably plenty, but if you're trying to make, you know, lots, then you just need to be aware you're going to have to keep filling up your water tank. You're going to have to keep emptying the capsules out of the machine. So just a little thing just to mention. The only other thing I've noticed is slightly compromised by the size of this machine is the little cup holder at the front. So at the front here, you have got the little cup holder. Now, of course, the distance between the actual cup holder and the spout where the coffee is coming out is quite short. You can hopefully see that by just my hand there and kind of demonstrating it. So what you're going to have to do, if you want to make a bigger coffee with a normal size mug, you're going to have to remove that. So it's just got a little kind of cut out here and a little lip there that just clips onto. Now, it's not a massive issue, but I think it's going to prohibit you from using certain cups, probably not Nespresso cups. Let's just grab one and check. So this is your Vertuo mug size, so for your 230ml coffee, so it's the biggest kind of cup apart from the travel mugs that Nespresso makes, so that will obviously only fit by removing the cup holder. Obviously smaller cups, espresso, etc. will work with that in place. It's just something I wanted to mention. So if you're making an espresso or something like that, you're not going to have a problem. Cappuccino will fit. Gran Lungo just about fits, so that particular cup just fits, but like I said, for the mug you would need to remove it. So we are going to move on to these different cup sizes. I've got the relevant cups and things here, but we're going to make coffees in them when we get to the coffee making stage. But it's just something I wanted to mention, is it's something I've noticed with how small that little section is under the spout. So just something else to bear in mind. Certainly if you were making yourself a coffee in the morning in a travel cup, you would probably struggle to fit your travel cup under here. You'd probably have to kind of hold it on an angle, which isn't ideal. I like to press the button when I get down to the kitchen in the morning while I'm making my breakfast, and I like it to do its thing. I don't want to have to kind of stand there while it's, you know, dispensing my coffee if I'm taking it on the go. It's just a little thing to think about. So now we're going to move on to the actual operation of the machine. We're going to start making some drinks. So the way the Nespresso Vertuo system works is it scans the barcode of the capsule to tell the machine how much water it needs and what size coffee it's making. So it does that automatically. If you're familiar with like the original line machines, it would have potentially 2 buttons, maybe more depending on the model. So how you would operate this is you would generally put your thumb here on this, twist it and open it. Now, I can do that one-handed, but it's not the easiest movement. It would be a lot easier to use 2 hands. So this might also be a consideration. If you need to operate this machine one-handed, I'm aware for certain disabilities, it might be helpful to operate things with just one hand. So in that case, I don't think this is necessarily the best model. If you do need to operate it one-handed, or if you have any difficulties with opening and closing things, I would definitely recommend the Vertuo Plus. I think that would be much more suitable. I've done a separate video on that if that is of interest, but I just wanted to mention it because it's a real consideration. You don't want to buy a machine that you're going to potentially struggle to operate. Okay, so we're going to go smallest to largest. We're going to start it off with our espresso coffee. So I'm just going to pop that there under the spout. This is the coffee we're making. This one is Altiso. So you're just going to pop it in. It's going to go down face down, so the flat shiny surface is on the top there. You're going to push the machine down. I find it easier to kind of pull this to the right and then lock it in place on the left, and that's what I was talking about in terms of it being helpful if you can do this two-handed. Like I said, I think that's a little bit of a disadvantage, having to use 2 hands, like I said, when some of the other machines are a bit easier to operate. So you wait for it to light up. It's lit up. It only takes 30 seconds to heat up, which is really good, really fast. Press the button on the top and it's going to start to spin the capsule. It's going to start to make that noise, and hopefully it's going to start to dispense a little bit of coffee here. I will speed the process up, otherwise we will be here all day. Okay, so that didn't seem like the smoothest operation. It seemed a bit sort of reluctant to dispense the coffee. So hopefully that's just a blip because it's the first coffee we've made. We'll see how we get on with the rest and then we can compare and contrast. But that is the espresso. I will put on screen how long it actually took to dispense this coffee from the time I pressed the button. Like I said, it was the first one. Hopefully it will speed up, but we'll see. So we've made our coffee. To get the capsule out, you would twist it to the right, release, and then it's got this almost like a ski lift, that's what it reminds me of, where the coffee capsule is pushed back into there, which is where it's going to go into our little holder, which we'll obviously empty when that gets full. So we're going to make our next coffee. This one is a double espresso. So this one is called double espresso charo. You can use this with or without milk, as you can with all the coffees. Again, Again, pushing it down, twisting it, pressing that button. Okay, so overall that did seem a lot smoother than the previous coffee, so maybe it is just getting used to making coffee for the first time. So that's our double espresso 80ml coffee. I'll put on screen how long it took to dispense. Moving on to our next coffee, this is your Gran Lungo. This one is Costa Rica, one of my favourite Gran Lungos in fact. So that is our Gran Lungo. So again, I'll put on screen how long it took to make. So I'm going to have to fill this up or it isn't going to have enough water to do a mug-sized coffee. So it's done those other three okay, but getting to this point of this size, it just needs a bit more water. Okay, so we're going to have to remove that little cup rest and put our mug there. For the mug-sized coffee, we're going to make Melozio, one of my personal favourite mug-sized coffees. So this is the size I use the most in my machines. Okay, let's go. So that is the mug size. Let's have a look at them side by side. So these are the 4 coffees that you can make with this machine. Starting off, we've got an espresso coffee, that is a 40ml coffee. We've got double espresso, which is 80ml, Gran Lungo, which is 150ml, and mug size, which is 230ml. Like I said, this machine is not able to make the carafe size. That is only possible with the Vertuo Next. So, like I said, the machine at the moment, February 2023, is £49. I will link it below. Now, whether you buy it from Nespresso or even if you buy it from another retailer, they're currently doing an offer where you can claim 50 free capsules. I'll show you exactly which capsules they are in just a second. And that's in addition to the little box you get that gives you the kind of 12 different coffees to try as well. So if you do buy it from a different retailer, you can then go onto Nespresso's website to claim your capsules. So the capsules I received when I got the machine, I got a box of Altiso. So this is a 40ml espresso size coffee. I also got Furtado, but the decaf version. These are a Gran Lungo size. I got Stormio, which is mug sized. Melozio, also mug size. And Ethiopia, which is a Gran Lungo size. Each box contains 10 capsules, so that's 50 in total, so that's a nice little bonus if you're able to get the coffee machine right now. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this machine? Did you get it? Are you tempted to? What do you think? Let me know what you'd like to see in any future videos. Like I said, I'm going to do some more comparison videos. You guys seem to like that from the Nespresso series I have done previously. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing. And I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.